I am back with another video. So in this video, I'm actually going to share with you the biggest life hack, okay? So this is going to be something that's going to be a quick fix for whenever you find yourself in a place of fear, anxiety, like you feel like you're defeated, all those negative feelings that you find yourself in. This is going to be your fix. This is going to be what is going to change you, shift you, and bring you back, okay, into, who you are, your trueness, your realness, your purity, and get you flowing with life again. So before I get into it, I want to give you guys an example, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to say is, picture when we are brushing our hair in the morning, okay? Whether you're a guy, a girl, you have long hair, short hair, whatever. When you brush your hair from the top of your head to the bottom, what happens? It gets knotted, it gets messy, you're struggling, it doesn't flow nicely, right? And there's the quickest fix to that. The quickest fix. You just have to brush from the bottom up, right? And once you do, it starts flowing. Everything starts going the way it needs to go. It's breezy, it's lifeless, effortless, right? So we can change anything with the smallest adjustment, okay? Like, look at that example, going from the top of your head to the bottom, going from the bottom of your head to the top, as opposed to going from the top of your head to the bottom. The quickest fix, right? So now when we relate this to what we're feeling, the things that we're thinking, the fears that we have, the anxiety, all those negative emotions that we're feeling, right? When we're in a place of like fight or flight, all we have to do is shift, okay? We just have to make a small adjustment. And I'm going to tell you what that adjustment is in just a second. But what I want to explain to you is anything that comes out of fear, anything that is a, negative emotion, or any thought that you have, any limiting belief that you have, anything that belittles you, brings you down, makes you less than who you are, is not real, okay? It is not real. So what the adjustment is, the adjustment that you are going to start making when you are in this place of fear, when you're in this place of defeat, when you are in this place of anxiety, anxious feelings, nervousness, all those things that don't sit right, that don't feel good for you. What you're going to do is you're going to take a step back, okay? You're going to observe. And you're going to look and you're going to say, okay, what is the ego saying to me? So the ego is saying, you're a loser, you're not good enough, you're going to fail this, you're never going to be able to do this, right? And so that's the ego, and you say that. So the ego says, I'm a loser, I'm a failure, I'm never going to make it, I'm never going to be good enough, right? And then you're going to turn it over and you're going to turn to what love says. So what does love say? Love says, love never created failures. Love never created anything less than love. So therefore, that is not real. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you realize that what the ego is trying to say to you, all these things that are belittling you, bringing you down, defeating you, are not real, that's when you shift. That's when you come back to center. That's when you come back to who you really are. And that's when you're able to break free from that thing that's holding you back, that limiting belief, that fear, that anxiety. Anything that you're feeling that you don't want to feel will fall away because you are now stepping into a place of love. You are now being love. And you're now realizing that anything that you were thinking, all those things that were hurting you, making you stressed, making you fearful, making you angry, it's not real because the universe was created with love. Therefore, all the universe is love. So anything other than love is an illusion. And when you step out of that fear, you step into love and you step into who you truly are and you step into your full potential. So the easiest, quickest fix to get yourself out of a rut, to get yourself out of, anxiety, depression, fear, whatever it is that you're thinking in your mind that's preventing you from being who you want to be or doing what you want to do, you need to just step into love. You need to say, okay, the ego says this, right? And say it to yourself. Say it in your head, say it out loud. What does the ego say? What is the ego saying? And don't ever call it your ego. Don't say my ego. It's the ego, okay? It's not yours. It's the ego. So what does the ego say, right? And then you're going to say, okay, now what does love say? And you're going to watch how it will shift you, okay? This will shift you because this has worked for me. And it's actually something that I just previously learned like a month ago. And I've been using it all the time, every day, because, you know, we're human. Even somebody like me who's helping other people, I'm still healing. Like, we're all going to still be healing. It's part of life, right? When I learn, I teach, right? And the same goes for you. And it's just vice versa. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody's teaching everybody. Everybody's learning. You know, we're all relying on each other because that's what we do, right? So whenever you find yourself in that place of fear, of anxiety, of depression, in a shitty feeling, you have to turn over, okay, to love. And what does love say? And say it out loud, okay? Keep doing this, keep reciting this, keep making it a practice, and eventually you won't even hear the ego anymore, right? Because not necessarily are you ignoring the ego, right? But you're choosing love. So once you choose love, the ego will then maybe turn to love itself. Because if we can love the ego, because the ego doesn't know what love is, right? The ego's never been love. So if we can just love the ego as we love ourselves, we can transmute the ego to love. So all we'll have left in our minds is love. And we'll be living through love, and we will be love, and everything around us will be love. Okay? So this is my quick fix tip for you guys for whenever you are having a struggle, or you're feeling anxiety, depression, you're angry, you're feeling defeated, whatever it is, always turn to love. Okay? And use this phrase, use what I'm saying, like the wording, how I say it, like make sure that you're looking at it and, okay, well, what does love say? And replace it. And know that love conquers all. Love will always conquer everything. Okay? So it'll always win. Love always wins. Okay? So I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys use my tip because it is amazing and it will change your life. Thank you guys for being here with me today, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day wherever you are.